Force Awakens! First in line! The other side, you get certain perks. You get to be first in line for movies. I like to be first in line for the movie. That's why I started my own YouTube show.
The hell are you doing?
I think it's quite obvious. I'm first in line for Star Wars! The Force Awakens!
It doesn't come out until December. We got a show to do.
We do not have a show to do.
Hi.
No show.
God, you're such a douchebag.
The Force be with you!
Self-obsessed Star Wars fanboy son of a bitch. Alright, anyway, obviously my co-host isn't here. He's waiting in line for Force Unleashed because he's flipping crazy. Anyway, I got a little something prepared. I'm going to talk about the Xbox One today. I wasn't a big supporter of the Xbox One or the PS4 when I heard they were hitting. I personally thought the current generation that was out at the time still had a lot of mileage and they hadn't quite optimized those systems, so I kind of held off on getting one. Wasn't even really planning on it. Well, as luck would have it, I ended up with one, started playing it, and here are my initial thoughts on the Xbox One. Two games I want to talk about from the get-go. Devil May Cry and Dark Souls 2. The reason why I want to talk about these games is I have them on the 360, so for me it was a great way to compare not just graphically what it could do, but if I really felt that the Xbox One offered something that the 360 didn't. So as you can see from comparing 360 to the Xbox One, obviously the one has better graphics. Looking at Devil May Cry, this is the same level played on both systems. You can see that the one is clearer, which isn't a big surprise to anyone. But for me it was better graphics don't make better games. So for Dark Souls 2, I was very impressed by. For the one, they obviously knew Dark Souls fans, people that had played on the 360, were gonna play it, and they surprised me by shuffling up where enemies were, where items were, basically giving you a new experience in the same game. And this was the one where, graphically, it's night and day if you look at them. We visit two locations here, Drangleic Castle and the Iron Keep. I could clearly see that the Xbox One had a lot more processing power than the 360 did. But not everything is perfect. Graphics are pretty. Storage is a problem. The first game I installed was Dark Souls 2, and that took a while because I figured it was doing like compatibility updates for online play. But no, you have to install every single game. See this? 2%. I just put this in. It'll be about an hour before I can play this. I have high-speed internet connection, so that's not it. It just takes a while. They all take a while. It usually lets you start playing when it's about 30%, but that usually takes about an hour to get to, so I don't like the fact that I have to install games. Why do I have to install every single game on here? See this? This is a 500 gigabyte system, which I only get about 360 to start with. 36.2% used already. On my 360, I've got over 30 save files, over fucking 7 games installed on it, still just used 50% of my memory. In this category, 360 wins. This is bullshit. And the Kinect doesn't always hear you. On Xbox. Xbox. There. Sign in. Sign in! These are my initial thoughts on the Xbox One. So far, I like the system. I'm looking forward to getting into some of the games that were made specifically for this platform. Right now, I had just gone through a couple that I could compare, kind of get an idea of what what the system can do. Dying Light is what I'm getting into right now. Plan on having a review for that very soon. And after that, very much looking forward to getting into The Witcher 3. I like that game, and going to be interested in seeing what the Xbox One's going to do with it. So far, I'd have to say I'm very pleased. It's convincing me that maybe it was time to move on from my 360 that I love so much. Still not a fan, though, of having to install every game. So far, I'd say for me, initial impressions, 4 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the other side. I'm going to see if I can get that jackass to get from the theater.